What happens when the squishy support class who punches monsters in the face decides to take her martial arts and offensive healing to the wider world, only to accidentally terrify an entire continent? Welcome back to the front lines. In Azarinth Healer Book 3, the third action-packed installment of Rhaegar's wildly popular LitRPG series, Iana is no longer just surviving the wilderness or dealing with the arrogant nobles of the capital. She is stepping out into the vast, dangerous, and deeply mysterious wider world, where the true scale of the system's threats and the hidden truths of the Azarinth faith are finally revealed. If you thought Books 1 and 2 were a hilarious and badass subversion of the healer trope, Book 3 takes that concept, dopes it up on mana, and throws it into a ring with ancient horrors and continental-level conspiracies. This audiobook is a masterclass in escalating combat, blending deeply crunchy LitRPG progression, innovative martial arts choreography, and the sheer, unadulterated joy of watching a healer break every rule in the system. The narrative picks up as Iana leaves the political confines of the capital behind, venturing into uncharted territories and higher-tier zones that demand absolute perfection. The atmosphere shifts from the claustrophobic tension of magical academies to the awe-inspiring, terrifying expanse of the wild frontier. Rhaegar excels at expanding the world-building, introducing ancient ruins, high-tier demonic threats, and the deeper, more dogmatic factions of the Azarinth religion. The audiobook narration perfectly captures the comedic gold of traditional, robe-wearing clerics and paladins trying to preach to a healer while she is literally washing monster blood off her knuckles and asking if they know any good sparring partners. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is the continued mind-bending evolution of Iana's combat style and her LitRPG progression. She isn't just punching things anymore, she is actively rewriting the physics of her magic. Watching Iana refine her kinetic healing and unlock terrifying new synergies between her martial arts and her restorative magic is incredibly satisfying. She begins to use her mana to heal the very air around her, creating explosive vacuums, or using her infinite regeneration to tank hits that would shatter a mountain, just to land a single, devastating counterstrike. The magic system is treated as a brutal, highly logical martial art, and the numbers go up aspect is deeply rewarding because every new skill feels hard-earned through bone-breaking, relentless training. But beyond the stats and the spectacular combat, the soul of Azarinth Healer Book 3 lies in the deepening lore and the hilarious character dynamics. Iana begins to uncover the true, hidden history of the Azarinth faith, realizing that her unique class is tied to a much larger cosmic mystery. The supporting cast she travels with provides a fantastic contrast to her frontline brawling. Her allies, ranging from traditional fighters who are utterly bewildered by her methods to fellow outcasts who recognize her genius, form a hilarious and fiercely loyal found family. Their reactions to her increasingly unhinged, overpowered combat strategies provide some of the best comedic relief in the genre, grounding the massive scale of the plot in deeply personal, laugh-out-loud moments. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. Iana is forced into high-stakes confrontations against ancient, zone-defining bosses and fanatical religious zealots, where her unorthodox build is the only thing standing between her allies and total annihilation. The combat sequences are cinematic, tactical, and incredibly hype. She must use her environment, her martial arts mastery, and her creative application of healing magic to outlast and outmuscle foes who have centuries of traditional magical training. The finale is a massive, dopamine-fueled payoff that proves once again that you never, ever underestimate the healer. Azarinth Healer Book 3 is a triumph of the LitRPG genre. It is smart, hilarious, and unapologetically action-packed. Rhaegar has crafted a sequel that perfectly expands the world while keeping the addictive, trope-shattering combat that fans love. Plug in your headphones, wrap your hands, and join Iana. The wider world thought they could put the punching healer in her place, but they're about to learn a very painful lesson.